Hello. For this speech, I plan on doing a revision of Speech 3. In this, the three things that I plan on improving upon are my transitions in between all of my points, making it smoother and more connected. I plan on improving my diction, making it so that the viewer and the listener can understand me more clearly. And last, I plan on using a more broad emotional range to emphasize my points for happiness and for sadness, just to make it a little bit better. Right after high school in 2012, I joined the United States Marine Corps. I spent 4 years with the Marine Corps, and while I was in, one of the things that I looked forward to most when I ended my contract was to have a dog. You see, growing up, my family and I, we've always been dog people. We've had a couple cats along the way, a fish or two, but dogs have always been very near and dear to my heart. So after I got out in 2016, the following year in 2017, I went to the local Humane Society and I found my first dog. Personally, I am so thankful for these organizations. Humane Society being the most prominent one around here, but all these organizations out here that provide homes and care for these animals is such an important thing. You see, according to the ASPCA, there's over 13,600 shelters across the United States, but unfortunately, none of them are connected internationally. They're all locally ran. This presents a problem. With small local shelters, the funding that they have can only be so much. The support that they have is very limited. A personal story for me. My first dog I was talking about, his name is Romulus. When I got him, he was a roughly 6-month-old husky Australian Shepherd mix. He's one of the most energetic and most excitable dogs that I've ever had, and I love him so much. And thanks to the Humane Society, they were able to provide for him. All I know about his past was that he was picked up in a local town, just wandering the streets. But the care that they provided him, they fed him. He had a couple sicknesses that he got medicine and treatment for, and whenever I brought him to my home, he was very, very well taken care of. According to another source at One Green Planet, there are over 70 million strays across the United States. This is a terrible number. And out of all these strays, according to the ASPCA, only 6.5 million, maybe up to 8 million per year are brought into a shelter. That's such a wide disparity. That shows that there are so many more stray animals wandering around our country that need homes, and they need love, and they need care. If you look at my first visual aid, it will show you a few statistics about dogs specifically, about the rates that they're brought in, the amount of strays that there are throughout the country, and then sadly, if you move on to the second visual aid I provide, it will show you the rates of euthanasia in dogs. See, these shelters, they can't take in everybody, and they can't care for everyone. And with shelters being pushed to capacity, sometimes there's only one option that they can go forward with. Even with all these rates, according to the Humane Society, only 10 to 20% of the animals brought in are adopted. And that's something that we can do, is we can help provide homes for these animals. But until then, there are so many other things that we can push to provide. Another thing with all these shelters in the Humane Society is we may not realize it, but they provide a better and safe environment for us. Imagine if we didn't have these shelters, how many more animals would be potentially running the streets? How many more dangerous animals that have been scared and hungry going down back alleyways in our neighborhoods, threatening us and our children and our other pets? And the Humane Society provides a service not only for these animals, but for us. And so to conclude with all of this, we must come together as a society, as a community, and as a people, as caring and loving people, and provide for these shelters the assistance they need. Some of them need us to volunteer. Sometimes we may not have the time. But finances, dog food, blankets, toys, whatever they may need, there's a way that we can help provide. And it not only helps us, but it helps them, and it helps all of these animals who just want love and who just want homes. So please donate to your local Humane Society.